Tune in to Set Close Sounds every Thursday at 6 p.m. for me, Phoebe Bath, the Teen Scene. I'll be telling you all the latest celeb gossip and playing you the latest tunes, so don't miss it or you'll regret it. Every Thursday from 6 p.m. Be there or else.
Okay, we're back. It's Mind Your Head, and it is almost 10 to 8. I'm here in the studio with Chris, Sue and Lizzie, and we're talking about eating disorders. We've covered the big ones, I suppose, in terms of anorexia and bulimia. We've touched briefly upon binge eating, and we have talked about orthorexia. I think there are a couple of other things that we would have liked to have covered. The impact on men. We had a chat about this, and whatever else. And I think generally, the one of the things that I haven't mentioned, which I should, is that often these disorders do not sit individually. There are many people with anorexia and bulimia who also binge eat. They are not simply you have one, you have the other, or whatever else. It's a complex and messed up situation. Lizzie, you were going to talk about, you've done some work, I think.
Yeah, it was just sort of on the back of what Chris was saying, and using talking therapies, which are brilliant and certainly have their their importance in treatment. But looking from more of somebody maybe coming out of and in recovery, I've certainly worked with quite a few people in the sort of yoga mindfulness aspect, which is what I teach. And I found that can be quite empowering when you're in recovery and learning to realise just how strong your body is, and to kind of build up a relationship again with it, but a kind, nurturing relationship with it. Yeah. And yoga and mindfulness obviously blends really nicely in that sense. And the mindfulness obviously giving you that idea of, this is how I feel today. And tomorrow might be different, but right in this moment, this is how I'm feeling. And maybe just being able to sort of hold some of the negative feelings as well as the positives. But I think it can be a hugely nurturing experience. That's what I've kind of experienced with some of the people that I've worked with, definitely. It's beginning to like yourself again.
And like I say, I think we touched upon this briefly earlier, that it is quite often about something that isn't about... I need to be thin, or I want to stuff my face and whatever else. It is about, actually, I feel lousy. I don't like who I am. This is how I can do something about it, because it's the only way I can think of to manage. We need to talk about where people can go locally. I have on our Facebook page, facebook.com/MYH Radio Show, I've put the links to BEAT, which is the National Eating Disorder Organisation. I've put the link to the NHS Choices website, and I've also put the link to Balanced Milton Keynes, who are the local organisation.
They're great. They
really
really
are fantastic. I did have a chat with Emma, or a couple of emails with Emma. She was going to come on tonight, but unfortunately she had a prior engagement. She's a brilliant guest. I really hope we can get on at some point to deal with this. But what she did want me to talk about was the Rebalance self-support group. This is I suppose the framing for this is positively challenging eating disorders together. It's a group that's supported by Balanced MK. It's a friendly group for anyone affected by eating disorder, including carers. It's a self-referral. You don't need to go through a GP or anything like that. They meet at Swiffin Harris Hall, which sounds awfully lovely. It is Stony Stratford, you know. It's on London Road, next door to the community centre, opposite what used to be the Workley Men's Club before it was ponced up. It's on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month from 10 until 12 noon. The first hour covers a variety of interesting topics to give you a toolkit for recovery, and the second hour allows for informal chatting in a relaxed and supportive atmosphere. I've been to a couple of those sessions, and they are all of those things that they are saying they are. They are relaxed, they are supportive, there is a wide group of people. I think it's fantastic there's a group for people who experience and those who are caring for them or living with them or whatever can go to get greater understanding, because I think that was something we were talking about earlier on. So the next session, where are we? 14th of March. 28th of February. 28th of February, that's this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Saturday.
Yeah,
so the 28th of February is the next session. And then if you can't make for that one, the 14th of March, 28th of March. All of the dates are underneath the Rebalanced Self-Support Group on the Balanced MK website. The link to that is on our Facebook page, so do go and have a nosy and have a think about whether or not that's something that would be useful for you or for somebody you know. It means that you don't have to go through your GP or mental health services. You can simply go and talk to people who perhaps have some experience and understanding of what it's like, and you don't have to feel alone with this. And I think that's one of the big things that came out as well, was actually people feel alone. One thing I did want to do quite quickly before we finish is we had some stories earlier on from people who perhaps were telling their stories. There was one which I didn't get to play, which was really quite powerful and quite challenging. I was anxious about playing it anyway because it's quite hard to hear. This is a more positive note, and I thought, you know, if we need to end on a positive note. This is a girl called Natalie. She's 17, and her focus is very much on the fact that she's getting better and what other people can do too.
It's important to just keep going and remembering who you are, and you're still there underneath the illness, and just using your friends and family around you to help pull you back up again. So I think that determination and that thinking, no one's going to do it for you, you have to do it yourself, has got me to where I am today.
I think it's lovely when you hear somebody talking that way, that says, I got some help, but it was on me as well. I had to take responsibility for this. I had to want to get better, and I think that's quite hard for people sometimes, because you find yourself in a situation, as all of the people that we've heard tonight have said, I didn't realise there was a problem. I didn't realise there was anything going on. So there are people out there, and there are tools out there, and there are things out there that can be helpful and can be useful, and are useful for you to hear and to tap into. Check out the links on the website. Check out the organisations that are there to offer support, and GPs are always an option. Chris,
can I just squeeze in as well?
Please squeeze in, mate. Squeeze in.
Touching on what you're saying about not knowing that you've got a problem. Just want to mention about the Anorexia and Bulimia Care, ABC, helpline for people experiencing eating problems on www.anorexiabulimiacare.org.uk. There's a parents' helpline there as well.
Excellent.
So you might have children that are unaware, but the parents know that something might, see it earlier.
Brilliant. I'll whap that on the Facebook as well, and we can put that link up as well. We are coming to the end of the show today.
It goes so quickly.
It does just fly
so much
by,
to
doesn't
cover.
it? Okay, next week, I think we've got quite an interesting one. We've got Delphi Ellis. Now, Delphi is somebody who is she's one of you Triaganippy ones, who likes alternative treatments to support better mental health. She's done all sorts of things over her career, and it'll be really interesting. So next week we're looking at what there is other than medicines, if you like, to support mental health, which will be quite good. But for tonight, we are going to finish. We're going to finish with a banging track from Royal Blood, who some of you will have seen last night on the Brits.
Is this your one?
I believe that was the performance of the night, other than Madonna falling on her bum. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. Here's Royal Blood. Thanks very much, chaps.
All the best.
All back same time, same place next week. 7
know.
o'clock
Might as
here
well,
on Set
might as well.
Sound. Mind your head. Look after yourselves and each other.
Just to kill out me, trying to cuss to you, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture and much more to 84,000 people every month. Plus news, views and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.